Hey, what's up you guys, it's me and welcome back. Sorry. Hello? Yeah, this is him. What? No! No, I told you I wanted the zirconium crystal chandelier on the 5th floor, not the 4th! Oh my god, can you people do anything? No, I want the infinity pool! No! I don't care, make it happen! No, I need it to stretch around the property and I need it to hang off the hill. Yes. Yes, I need that pathway. I'm not gonna walk up and down 4 flights of stairs just to get to my gym. I would like a separate pathway from my bedroom to the gym. Yeah, I don't really care about the kids. Just chuck them in one room. They can share. Yeah. Yeah, man, I don't care. Just make it happen, man. No, I told you I need 3 kitchens. How the hell am I supposed to have 1 kitchen for all of my meals? Who do you think I am? No. You know what? I can't deal with this right now. I'm filming a video. I'll talk to you later, but just make it happen. I don't care what you have to do. Make it happen. Bye. Sorry about that, guys. Wow. Whew. I'm sorry, I'm just so incredibly stressed right now. Like, wow, like you guys get it, right? It's just so difficult renovating my house. It's so big. It's so hard for me to like get from one place to the other, and I need these separate pathways. And how hard is it to do an infinity pool? Like, what am I supposed to have, a regular pool? Like, I work so hard on my videos. I deserve an infinity pool. Sorry guys, like, you get it. Comment down below if you get it. Also, my merch link is in the bio, so if you want to help me, you know, build my house, go ahead and buy some merch. Thanks for sticking through me with this tough time, Ace fam. Like, this is our house, right? So let's get me that infinity pool, guys. Buy my merch. Link down below, okay? Hey, what's up you guys, it's me Luke and welcome back to another video, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Ace family, arguably some of my least favorite YouTubers on this platform. No tea, no shade, or lemonade. Actually, yes, tea and shade, no lemonade, because I do not like them. I have made a video in the past called The Problem with the Ace Family and Other Family Vloggers. In that video, I mainly talk about my issue with family vloggers and them being family vloggers, and I am going to go ahead and touch on that in this video just because my thoughts have developed and changed since that video was made like a year ago. But mainly this video is going to be talking about all of the other horrible things that the Ace family has done since their alleged fake robbery that I have not discussed. So buckle in, my friends. Because there's a lot. But before we hop into it, if you're new here, I post commentary and critique videos on my channel. So if any of that interests you, make sure that you subscribe and turn on the post notifications bell so that you never miss another upload. Because why would you want to, right? Please subscribe, I need validation. Okay, so we have 8 different things to address. So like I said, gonna be a really juicy video. So first of all, before we get into like all the problems, let me just say that I've said this before and I will say it again because y'all make me sick, family vloggers, okay? I think it is so incredibly sad that there are people out here exploiting their children and filming them when the children are not even old enough to consent. And like I said, I'm not gonna get into this because I made a whole video about it, make sure you check it out. But what happens when those kids grow up and those kids don't want to be in these videos and their entire life has been documented and cataloged online? And parents are exploiting these children because the children don't know any better. And the only reason that they have a channel as big as they do, and the only reason that they have an income as big as they do, is because of their children, which is so wrong in so many ways. And I don't understand how YouTube doesn't have any laws against this, because we've always had child actors and all of that, but there are extremely stringent rules when it comes to child actors. I myself am an actor, and anytime I've been on set, the people who are under 16 always get so many breaks and they're only allowed to be on for a certain number of hours. Yes, they're child actors, but there are laws in place for that. I know a certain amount of their money that they make from whatever they're on has to go towards a bank account that they will get when they're 18, so the parents don't get to keep all of it. Obviously, the parents get to keep some. But with YouTubers and with YouTube, there are no laws in place to protect the children in these family vlogger situations. These family vloggers exploit their children, make all of their money from filming everything that their children do. And we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. We don't know if those children want to do those videos. We don't know if the parents manipulate them into doing them. We don't know how long they are being filmed for. We don't know what their life is like. These kids could be leading a horrible life. It may seem beautiful and picturesque because they have such a big house and so much money and they do so many fun things, but at the end of the day, there is a power dynamic and there is a business transaction. Your children are transactional now. You use your children to make money, which goes to show we don't even know what's going to happen in the future. They could just keep popping out children because they just want to keep making more money, because let's be real, if their children grow up and they decide they don't want to be in these videos, their channel is done and they don't really have any other way to make money. So I think the power dynamic there is just really dangerous. I think the exploitative nature of that relationship and having your children as a business transaction is so wrong, and I really really hope that YouTube puts in some laws or policies in place when it comes to family vloggers, or when it comes to people having underage children on YouTube against their will. I feel like there should be an age where children can decide they want to be on YouTube with their parents' permission. It should not be the other way around, where parents can decide that they can put their underage children on YouTube. I think it is so incredibly wrong. But anyway, like I said, I made a whole video on that, so if you'd like to check that out, I will link it down below. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is the Ace family's blatant manipulation of their young audience. So given the nature of their videos and family vloggers in general, majority of the people who watch them are like 10-year-old children, okay? Like, it's just the way it is. You can see it if you read their comments. You can see it in the way that they defend the Ace family whenever the Ace family get into drama. It's really young, immature kids who don't know how to spell properly or use correct grammar, and who honestly should not be on YouTube. That is something I really wonder these days, is where are these kids' parents? How are these parents allowing their children to be on YouTube? There are so many things on YouTube that children should not be witnessing, and there are children being manipulated by the Ace family, and the Ace family profiting off of them, which is another thing. These children don't have bank accounts, so they're not the one buying the Ace family's merch. It's the children's parents. So why are the children's parents buying their Ace family's merch for their children? So the Ace family is very similar to a lot of other YouTubers like Jake Paul and all those people with just really young audiences who feel like they can get away with anything. Case in point, their new video, their house tour video, has, I believe, 18 to 20 mid-roll ads in it. Okay. That is very indicative of Jake Paul, who will post like an 18-minute video with an ad every 2 minutes. Normal people would be like, hey, what the hell? Like, that's ridiculous. There should not be an ad every 2 minutes. But children don't know or care about that stuff, so they just put up with it. And the Ace family is constantly plugging their merch. When they were doing their whole house documentary thingy, which is another thing, they made a documentary. It was like a 3-part documentary. I watched some of it, but honestly, I could not sit through that shit. And it was basically them just saying, oh my god, look, our life is so hard. We've had to like move from this house into a slightly smaller house into this mansion, which isn't as big as the mansion that we want. Like, it's just really hard, guys. Like, we just really want our mega mansion, but instead we're stuck with this tiny mansion. Like, as if somebody actually feels sorry for you. Yet there are kids in their comments that are like, oh my god, like, I'm so sorry this is happening to you guys. Like, this really sucks. Because like I said, their audience is so young. They have no perception or understanding of money or of how the world works, and they know this, and they manipulate their audience. They will do a little segment in their video where they are super down and outs about what's going on, and then just be like, oh, y'all know, fam, and then they'll just like plug their merch. And then obviously they're manipulating their audience, because then their young audience will feel bad for them and then go ahead and buy their merch because they think they're doing something nice for them. Clear manipulation of their younger audience, and it is disgusting. Which is another thing that I don't understand, is if you have a young audience, why do they say and do the things that they do? Because sometimes Austin will make some risque joke or swear in his videos, and it's like, pick a side. It's like Jake Paul, like, you know you have this young audience, and yet you post this really sexual and provocative content. It just makes no logical sense to me. But then again, I feel like I have more logic in my pinky finger than all these people have with their heads put together. Anyway, moving on from that. So like I said, they made this 3-part documentary about all their different houses and how they were complaining that people kept showing up to their houses and how they felt like they had no privacy, which in itself would be horrible, and you would feel bad for them, because that is an issue a lot of YouTubers and celebrities struggle with. It's horrible. Nobody wants to have people come uninvited to their house. It sucks. The reason I feel nothing towards the Ace family when it comes to this is because they post aerial views of their house and their surrounding areas. That is extremely stupid. You literally keep moving houses because you're saying people keep showing up to your house, and now you build a house and show it off, and people are going to show up to this house again. Do these people just not have any brain cells? So that's what their documentary was about. It was about how they like started from the bottom, now they're at the top, even though that's not really it. I just think that when people become so rich, they just lose touch with reality, and they just don't understand what the life of everyday people is like. And that's another thing that a lot of people have spoken about. I really enjoyed Drew Gooden's video on this, on how the Ace family still tries to stay relatable even though they're not. I do plan on making a video about this in the future because I think it's a really interesting topic. There's a lot of YouTubers who start off as like the quirky, relatable YouTubers, and then they become rich and they try to stay relatable, but it's really hard to be relatable when you're a millionaire and your fans barely have $100 in their bank account. You know what I'm saying? The Ace family are super rich now, and they still try to seem so relatable when they have these really trivial first world rich people problems.
We had to put this kitchen in because if you come down, our master bedroom's up here, if you come downstairs, there's no way late at night we're gonna walk all the way across the house to get some water.
Oh my god, the house is so big, it's hard for me to get from one room to the other, like, oh.
That's your biggest problem in life? Cool, I see how it is. So yeah, they just try to seem relatable when they're not. Okay, so next up is their alleged fake robbery. Like I said, I made a video about this, so check that out. I'm not gonna go into depths about this. That was really sus, because if your house got robbed, why would your first instinct be to pull out a camera and film yourself going through the house? And their argument is that,
oh my god, we're YouTubers.
No, sweetie. There are plenty of YouTubers who have had traumatic and horrible things done to them, and their first reaction is not to pull out a camera, which just goes to show that, I don't know, even if it is real, like, why is that your thought process? Like, is your brain really hardwired that way, that anything and everything in life is for content and for views? Because if so, I am worried for those children. Because they've even posted videos in the past when their daughter has had to go to hospital for something and they document the experience. Why do you need to document everything that happens to your family? Why is everything an opportunity for clout and views? That's why I think family vlogging or vlogging your daily life in general is just so incredibly unhealthy. And when there's children in the mix, it's just a no-go in my eyes. I think it's just a recipe for disaster. But yeah, so Austin pulled out the camera, was filming everything, was showing their little daughter how these people had come into their home and invaded their space, which is so traumatic for a child, and no child should experience that. And there were police there, and a lot of people were saying that the police weren't following protocol, which they literally didn't even seem like police. They seemed like hired actors, because I don't think any police would behave in that way or be okay with Austin McBroom filming a crime scene to publicize it to his millions of young fans. And of course, they posed for a thumbnail. So honestly, I'll let you guys decide whether or not you think that robbery is fake. I'm just gonna leave it at that because I'm not looking to get a lawsuit, okay? It's all alleged. Okay, moving on. Next up is Austin McBroom and his inappropriate behavior. Now, I've touched on how Austin swears, how he makes sexual jokes when he knows that his audience is a bunch of 10-year-olds. So that's an issue in and of itself. But a controversy he got himself into a couple months ago that was huge that I didn't really touch on was he was in some shop with his sister-in-law, so Catherine's younger sister. I think she was like 6 years old. And the little girl picked up a lollipop that was shaped like male genitalia. And Austin is laughing about it and thinking it's so funny, which, you know what, that would be kind of funny because kids don't know what it is, so like whatever. But that's not the issue. The issue is, one, he bought it for her, and second of all, he filmed it, put it on his Snapchat story for his millions of fans to see. I don't know what has to go through your head. That's what I'm trying to say, is I don't think his brain functions like a normal person anymore. I think YouTube has like completely rewired his brain. He just thinks that anything and everything is an opportunity for content and clout, that his brain just doesn't register what is right or wrong, what is inappropriate. This family honestly needs a publicist just to run everything by so that they know that what they're doing is appropriate for their young audience, because they're over here acting like a bunch of clowns. The foolery that is going on in this channel, y'all, I cannot with them. It makes me sick. So moving on from that and on to the next issue. Wow, it just keeps on going. There really is that many. I had to make a list. Something I forgot to talk about is that the Ace family has been caught in many scandals with them scamming their fans. They have had multiple charity events where they lie about how much money they're going to donate, or they have giveaways where they don't actually give the prizes to the giveaway winners, or they have giveaways where the only way you can enter is by buying their merch. I don't know about you, but I smell a sister scammer. Anyway, just add that to the list of things they've done wrong. So I actually didn't watch their house tour video because I'm not going to sit through an hour and 10 minutes of your video. I'm not going to do that to myself. So I went ahead and watched Hannah's video over at Smoky Glow, and she went ahead and spoke about how they have this huge house and how their kids share a bedroom and they have a tiny little playroom. That's all. And their entire house, which might I add, was 2 properties that they bought, smushed together and made one mega mansion that they have been building for months now, and is so big that it took an hour and 10 minutes to show off in that huge house that has multiple floors, has a gym connected to their bedroom, has all these different connecting hallways because it takes so long to get from one end of the house to the other, just so you get a scope of how huge this house is. And this entire house that was paid for by all of the money that they made from exploiting their children. Those children have a bedroom that they share and a tiny little playroom. That is it. And the entire house is white, modern, adultish. It's not a place for children. You're telling me that that is all you could give your children, was a room that they share and a tiny little playroom? Yo, I cannot. Why is nobody talking about this? The fact that they exploit their children and that is all that they give them. It's sad. Their children are adorable and so innocent, and I feel so incredibly bad for them. And look at the role models that they have. I honestly really hope and pray that they do not grow up to be like their parents, because that would be really incredibly sad, because we all know how much our parents can shape and mess us up. Somebody just save the children. Honestly, YouTube needs to do something about this. YouTube honestly is just targeting the wrong things. When there were all those people commenting inappropriate things in the comment section of family vloggers comments, they just turn off the comments. No, it's not what you need to do. You cannot control what people comment. You need to create laws and guidelines and strict rules about what family vloggers can and can't post. I just think it's so wrong. And the Ace family is not the only people that do this. It's just they're the biggest ones, and they're the ones that are constantly in the middle of so many different scandals. So the reason that I'm making the video, the reason that sparked this video, was their most recent scandal. So I went ahead and found this out on Twitter. A lot of people were posting about this. There was this man who posted this video on Twitter of a mudslide pouring off of the Ace family's infinity pool and onto his uncle's property, I believe, and destroying their vineyard. So let's get into this. So the Ace family showed off in their house tour video that they have an infinity pool, which is one of those pools that, like, if you have a house on a hill, it like goes goes to the edge so it looks like it's like whatever, rich people stuff. I wouldn't get it. And he's going around in his swimming pool on his jet ski back and forth, which why don't you just do that at a lake or the ocean? Like, why must you do it in your pool? Like, weird flex, but okay. And because he was doing that, the water was gushing over the side and mixing with the mud and creating mudslides. Now, mudslides are just when a bunch of mud and liquid and everything pours down a hill. It can collect rocks, it can escalate in speed, it can cause a lot of damage, it can kill people, it can destroy people's homes. Mudslides are actually a lot more dangerous than you would think. And Austin's over here creating them while he's at the top of the hill. The mudslide is cascading down, falling onto this man's property. His grapes are being destroyed. You know how long it takes to grow grapes? Like, this poor man's vineyard. Like, this is his business. This is how he makes money. It's honestly just so sad. And people are calling the Ace family out for this. And Catherine's over on Twitter like, people just need to mind their own business. People are always hating on us. Why is everybody... Maybe because you are so incredibly entitled and clueless and have absolutely no regard for other people, and you don't even care when you destroy somebody's livelihood. You guys make millions. The least you could do, go over to that man's house, pay for the damages, and give him some compensation, because what you did was horrible. Should the police be involved in this? Is riding a jet ski in your pool even legal? Alright guys, you know what? I think I'm gonna stop here, because as you can tell, I'm getting way too heated. I don't know what it is about the Ace family, but they're one of those YouTubers that I just get so angry whenever I talk about, and whenever I think about, and whenever I see anything about. Like, they literally infuriate me so much. They are the epitome of entitled, privileged, rich people who don't give a shit about anyone else, and it makes me sick. And like I said before, it's honestly really sad because their little fans are not going to watch this video. They're not going to come across all the controversies the Ace family has been in, and even if they do, they're not going to care because, like I said, they don't have the cognitive abilities to be able to, because they're too young to understand right from wrong. So I think what you guys can take away from this video is, you know, hold YouTubers accountable. You vote with your views, and you know, just if you are a parent, or even if you're an uncle or an aunt, just, I don't know, like, ask the young children in your family what YouTubers you're watching. Check in on them, you know what I mean? Make sure they're not watching anyone who is inappropriate or who is teaching them bad life lessons. And if someone from YouTube possibly stumbles across this video, do better. Do something. Do anything. Let's make YouTube a safe space again. Alrighty guys, that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what your thoughts are on the entire situation, and as always, my social media is just linked down below if you would like to go ahead and follow me. And if you're new here, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and turn on the post notifications bell so that you never miss another upload. Alrighty guys, that's it for me in this video. I hope to see you in my next one, and I hope that you have a great day or night wherever you're on the world. Bye!